Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sharon. If you see me for the first time, I basically vlog my medical school journey. That's what this channel is. And if you're not seeing me for the first time, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for keeping the channel alive. So without further ado, let's get into this video. So yeah, you guys saw the title of this video, how to know if medical school is for you. So in this video, I just want to be extremely honest. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. If you have doubts about whether you should actually go to medical school, I hope by the end of this video your doubts are cleared, or you've got a pretty standard idea of where you want to go in life, if you're gonna go ahead and enroll in medical school, if you're gonna stick it out in medical school, or if you're just gonna pack your bags and say the same for me, I'm going to do low child. So hopefully this video helps you out. I want to help you navigate your doubts. If you have any internal resistance to doing medicine, if you feel like maybe I'm not strong enough, maybe it's not for me. So yeah, in this video I'm just gonna be honest, you guys. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything, and I'm just gonna be upfront. First way to know if medical school is for you is to simply assess your work ethic. Okay, are you a hard worker? It's just that simple. You cannot avoid this one. Unfortunately, there is no way you can go around it. Medical school is work. It is tough. It is intense. And you've got to be on top of your game. Like, you have to study. You just have to. There's no escaping that. So if you are someone that, your whole life you've hated books, you've hated school, in high school they had to drag you just so that you can read a book. If you know that academics have never really been either your strong suit, your interest, or something that you feel like you can definitely do for the next foreseeable future, then child, don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't do it. If one of us goes in, then we don't do it. Don't even waste your time, okay? Medical school is work. It's just the one thing. A lot of people ask me, Sharon, how do you do work? I work hard. There is no running around that fact. You've got to study. The topics are a lot. The courses are a lot. It's bulky. It's intense. You've just got to study. And the course load itself, it's not like it's so hard or so complicated that you can't do it, but it's just bulky. So you always have to stay on top of your work. And if you're someone who feels like, nah, I don't want to do that, you don't want to deal with that, then just consider something else, because medicine, it's intense. It's really intense. It is hard work. Like, you've got to work. So yeah, basically you cannot avoid the hard work. Unfortunately, there's no getting around that point. It's books. It's lots of books. It's lots of studying. And yeah, so if you feel like you definitely can be reading all the time, studying, and all of that, then definitely medical school might be for you. But if you feel like you don't want to deal with that, then just forget about it. Forget about it. Study something else. The second point is medical school is long. It's long, okay? Not only is it a lot of studying, you've got to do it for 6 years. Some schools 7 years. My school is 6.5 years, which is basically just 7 years. And yo, it's long. That's a long time to be in uni. But not only are you doing all this bulky work, you're doing it for a long time. So you should definitely consider that when it comes to medical school. It is long. I mean, I can't believe I'm still in school. I mean, I finished high school a million years ago, and I'm still in this. I'm still in here. I'm still doing medicine. So definitely, if you feel like you can't manage doing something for 6 years, 7 years, then it might not be for you, unfortunately. Another important point that piggybacks off these last 2 points is that you are gonna be a student and you're gonna be broke. Students are broke. Like, you're not gonna see money for a long time. I know a lot of people feel like, oh, if I do medicine, I'm gonna have money. Yeah, when you're done, you might see that money, but definitely when you're in school, you are gonna be broke. There is no escaping that. I mean, obviously, maybe if you're business minded, you can start a business, start a side hustle, all of that extra stuff, but at the core of it, you're not gonna have a job. You know, medicine is not really something where you can be having like a full-time job and then you're in school. I mean, I know some people in my class definitely balance, you know, having a job and school, but at some point you're gonna have to choose, like, are you gonna attend the round or are you gonna go to work? Are you gonna go for that exam or are you gonna go to work? And unfortunately, you know, I feel like it's such a big balancing nightmare, trying to balance having a job, going to work, and being a student. So unfortunately, if you're gonna have to pick one, you might be broke for a while. I'm not saying that it can't be done. It definitely, maybe some of you are just incredible multitaskers. I know a few people who do have jobs and are in my class, but for the majority of us, we don't have that skill set. So, you know, you're just gonna be a student. Your whole job is to pass. I always tell people that my only job in this world is to pass school. And you know, if you've got that endurance in you, that resilience to be like, you know what, not only am I broke, not only am I always studying, not only am I doing it for a long time, but my fourth point, for me, guys, this is just an honest truth. The FOMO. I experience a lot of FOMO, fear of missing out. And this basically means that you are gonna watch people you went to high school with graduate. They're gonna graduate, they're gonna do their masters, and you're still gonna be in school. Like, oh my god, I swear, I know so many people I went to school with, they're done with school, they're doing really well for themselves, and I am still a broke student, still waiting to finish this course. It's a long course, and yeah, that's just true. Like, you are definitely gonna be dealing with things like that, and if you feel like that's not something you wanna deal with, you don't wanna be a part of that, then definitely forget about it. Just nip it in the bud right now, okay? Yeah. Another point that I'd like to make is, when you get to clinicals, maybe you've passed pre-clinicals, maybe you do definitely have what it takes to do all that crazy studying, you have the endurance, the work ethic, the discipline. Now you're done with pre-clinicals, you're now in the clinic. This is something I have seen in real life with some of the students in the clinics. People get sick, guys. Like, when people are sick in the hospitals, it's not a joke. Like, they get sick. You see the human body in conditions that you would never normally see it. And you're gonna see blood. You're gonna see all types of fluids coming from all types of orifices. You're gonna smell all types of smells coming from all types of orifices. You're gonna see people bleeding, crying, the pain, all of that. When people are sick, they are indeed sick. And if you feel like you're someone who is gonna be so sensitive to that, then honestly, just don't do it. Like, straight up, this one, like, just don't even do it, because you're gonna spend 3 years in the hospital. People are gonna die. I have watched patients die in front of me, and I have watched people have ulcers and, you know, bleeding and all these things that, you know, you gotta have a strong stomach for it. So if you're someone that's easily grossed out by these things, then, you know, you might want to consider something else. And I will say, in addition to that, it is normal human nature to be grossed out when you see certain things, or when you see something and you're just like, yeah. You know, I'll give examples with the burn patients in surgical ward. They literally will be having full, sometimes they have full thickness burns, and we gotta clean them. Like, we literally have to use iodine solution. We've gotta clean, we've gotta scrub those burns while they're bleeding, while they're in pain. And if you're someone who is feeling like, nah, you don't want to deal with that, then nip it in the bud. Just forget about it. Like, for real, just forget about it. Yeah. But I will say that some of these things, you just get used to it. For me personally, it's not like I'm a sociopath. I don't feel anything when I see someone die. But I do look at it from a scientific point of view, because medicine is a science. And it's just like, okay, so this person didn't make it because of ABC. Maybe our medicine wasn't working. Maybe the condition had been too far progressed. I'm able to look at it from that analytical, scientific view. So things like that really don't bother me. But I'll say, if even just watching Grey's Anatomy and you see even one drop of blood and you're like, I can't, then honestly, like, don't do it. Like, if you love school, you love books, you love studying, maybe just be an engineer, because you don't have to deal with, you know. Short story time. I remember when I was in surgery, and there's literally this girl, I mean, we're washing someone's burns, like cleaning their burns, and she's screaming, because burn patients do scream. It's very painful. And one of the students just had to walk out, and she was literally on the verge of tears. She was like, I can't be a part of this, I can't watch this. Like, you know, she was literally rethinking everything, seriously regretting doing medicine, because she doesn't want to deal with that stuff. And yeah, so to avoid such a situation where you're now in 5th year and you're like, oh no, I don't want to do this, just listen to me right now. An additional point is, medicine is science, and if you don't like science, you don't like sciences, then just forget about it. Do something else, because it is literally just science. I mean, pre-clinicals, we literally do biochemistry, and it's just chemistry and biology mixed together. And if you're someone who has no interest in science, none of that excites you or interests you, don't bother. Just don't bother, because it's science. It's literally just, I literally have a degree in medical science. It's just in the name, it's science. So yeah, that one is just a small little thing. Maybe if you're like more inclined towards the humanities or the commercials, then definitely swing in that direction. But as far as, you know, it's science. There's nothing else I can say. It's science. My last point is, some people feel like they want to study medicine because there's money involved, you want to make money, but the road to getting there, to seeing like some real serious money, it's extremely long, like I said. And before you get your license, you are gonna have to work for a government institution. You're gonna have to work for the government. They basically hold us hostage. HPCZ, if you're watching this, that's a joke. You're not holding me hostage. I love working for the government. But basically, yeah, in order to get your medical licensure, you are gonna have to definitely go through the government institution. You're gonna have to rotate 4 rotations, I think. Surgery, IMED, OBS and GYN and PEDS. And then you are, only after those rotations do you get your license. And after you get your license, that's when you can maybe specialize in radiology. Maybe you can specialize in other fields where you won't have to interact with patients as much, where you won't have to deal with so much of the blood and the air. But you know, in order to get to that point, you still gotta go through it. So definitely think about that, like if something you want to do, something you want to deal with, because last and final point would be, if you have no interest in it, if you're not passionate in it, if the idea of just doing medicine does not excite you, then, you know, even if you do want the money, there are other ways to make money, easier ways to make money. But I personally feel like, don't be choosing to study medicine if you know that you're not interested in it, because that's a disservice for your patients as well, because they deserve to have doctors that care about them, doctors that are compassionate, doctors that are going to take the time to do the history, that are going to go the extra mile for them, you know. And unfortunately, if you don't have that passion, if you don't have that love, if you are not interested in medicine, then, you know, it's gonna be a disaster, and ultimately your patients are gonna pay the price. I feel like so far I have met quite a few interns and people in the hospital that it's just like, bruh, why are you even here? Like, no one forced you to do this. Like, if you know that you don't care about the patients, you know that you don't care about what you're doing, why is you here? Cue that Jocelyn Hernandez meme, why is you here? Yeah, why is you here? Like, you know, do something else, guys. I know there's money and everyone's just like money, 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 prestige, money. You can get the same amount of money doing a business course, doing finance, doing something else. But if you know that you're not really gonna care so much, guys, I have had, like, if I even start some of the things I have seen, let's avoid that. Like, first of all, let me just say, there are too many people training to do medicine already, and apparently, and this is something they keep telling us, there aren't enough slots, enough hospital thingies to employ everyone. There aren't enough jobs for everyone who's training to be a doctor. So just leave those jobs to people. Just leave it to the passionate people. You know, it's something you should definitely think about in depth. I know there's a lot of perks, but you know, it's your life. Like, life is long. You don't want to be in your 50s, you know, practicing medicine and you hate it, and secretly have so much resentment because, you know, you did something that you never really put too much thought into. And patients deserve to have doctors who actually care, doctors who are actually passionate. So yeah, if you know you're gonna just be a grumpy, grouchy person, you just want your check, then go get your check in corporate. Go get your check in the commercials, that side, or in the arts, that side, or somewhere else. There's other scientific fields where you can make money, where you don't have to deal with patients, where you don't have to deal with sick people. Leave that for us, because some of us, we're very, very about that life. So I hope this video helped you. If you're having some doubts about, you know, should I do medicine? Is it for me? Should I just go and be a business lady, you know? So I hope that helps. But ultimately, if you feel like, you know, to all these points that I made, if you're like, nah, girl, I'm with you, then go watch my video about why you should study medicine, and then go apply to medical school and be a student going through hell like the rest of us. Anyways, guys, so that is me and my little morsel of advice. I hope that it helps you. Yeah, I hope at least it sheds some light, some clarity. At least you're not feeling so, you know, doubtful about what you want to do. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Please give this video a thumbs up and comment if you've got something to say, because it really helps the algorithm to be nice to my channel. And you know, we're all about impressing the algorithm this side. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'll see you in my next video. It will probably be a vlog or something like that. So